Hello friends, welcome to another unboxing assembly video. Today I'm checking out the REHOOPEX freestanding accent cabinet with dual drawers. Had a little bit of a problem and I accidentally, either I misplaced the instructions or I accidentally threw them away. So this is going to have to be a little bit of a kind of a play it by ear install here. So should be fun. Got our hardware here, and I'm just going to try to figure this out. All right, so we got this is our doors. Looking like. So, since we do have the doors there, I'm just going to go ahead and install the hinges on the doors because we know those go there. So that's an easy part. And most of this stuff is fairly simple. It's got all these screws laid out for us. I believe these are going to be F. I have my own. I have a Phillips head screwdriver here, and I'm just going to go ahead and screw these hinges in here. These are some nice soft close hinges. So this cabinet can be used for clothing or whatever you want to store stuff in. Now these screws, make sure you don't want to over tighten it. Remember, this is most of these pre-made cabinets, prefab, are going to be made out of press board, which is strong. It's basically just sawdust glued together, but it is strong, but not as strong, I think, as regular wood. So just be a little cautious when you're screwing it in. You don't want to over tighten. But there we are. There's two, and we'll get our other two in here. Put that screw, or push the hinge open. Make sure these line up with our little holes in the wood there. And I like to just kind of hold my screwdriver, kind of guide it in from the top instead of just going like this and pressing it in. It's nice to have a magnetized screwdriver, but instead of just going like this, I like to just kind of stabilize it a little bit until you get it in and then screw it in the rest of the way. That way it limits it from kind of going off to the side and then maybe messing up your wood a little bit. Okay, so now we got two more. The last ones. Okay, that one. And one more. So our cabinet door is about done here. There we are. So that's good. I don't really see, actually, perhaps at the top here we might have something. Let's have these, I believe. Yes. These nice little, and I'm just going to assume that those go right on there because for the simple fact that those screw holes line up like perfectly. So it has a couple little screw holes here, and we can put this handle right over the top. Let's see, this up a little bit higher as well. So I'll put this here, then I'll put that on top. Okay, so then it just gives me a little bit of a base so I can screw these directly in there. Not have too much of a problem. Oh. Ever so gently. All right. And then this one here. Okay, there's that one. I'll just lean that up against my couch here. Okay, we'll get our other handle on. And our doors are just about done here. Get this in there. All right. We have this one here. Perfect. Alrighty. Yes, I should make sure that my audio is doing okay. We can see okay. Time for a little bit of a tea break here. Okay. And we are ready for our next step. I might be going a little out of order here, but that's okay. Okay, so this one could be a little complicated. Have screws on the sides here, screw holes, and then we have these there. Could be a little tricky. Okay, so this one, number 11, just has one screw hole in it. That's interesting. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm just going to try to eliminate stuff as I go along. So obviously these are going to go, these little adjustable legs in the bottom of our feet here. These just screw into the bottom. And my cat has stopped by to help out. Isn't that right, Boogie? All right, so we're just going to screw these into the bottom there. And next we have, those are our 6s. So I have one of these, it doesn't have an end to it. And I have a 17. So I figure 17 is going to go on there. Let's see here. I have 2, 4, 6, 7 of those H's. 2, 4, 6 of those. So H's and I's. Not exactly sure which one goes here, but they have shorter ones and longer ones. So I'm going to have a total of 6. Got 2, 4, 6 of those long ones and 2, 4, 6 of the medium ones. All right. So this, we're going to situate this on the back here. And we have 17 or 11. It's got the 2 holes in the bottom there. So I'm going to go with the longer ones, I guess. And those are going to go right through there. And just screw right into the side here. Just like that. I have the next one right here. And I like to run the screw there first through the holes and then tighten it up there. Then we're just going to hand tighten these so they're just kind of as tight as I can get with my hands, basically. So with this, it has one hole in the top, and I left that sticking up. All right. Next, I have 2 number 10s. I wonder. I think I made the right call with the long ones. And these are going to go through these holes here. There's one. Yes, spooky. And here's the next one. And once again, we're going to hand tighten this on there. All right. And then we have this one here, another number 10. So these ones have to go here basically because this number 12 has caps on the ends, so it's not going to be able to just and I'm hoping I guessed right on the screw lengths because I'm using the long ones here. I just don't know how I misplaced the instructions. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down a little bit. Just making sure that my hand's on the top here. So this is, I just put my thumb on top and level off the bar. And once again, not super tight. I'm not like super tightening these yet. I just wanted to make sure we're a little bit snugger than we were. Okay. This one here. All right, and then the back one. And right Boogie Bear. This is a very curious cat. Always wanting to hang out. Okay, so there's our frame right there. We have our two drawers done. I think we can build our cabinet now. This can't be too difficult, I don't think. It's got a lot of fibers there. Okay, this one, we have two number 3s. So those obviously have these turn locks, holes in them. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in our cabinets and make a little arrow facing towards the hole in your wood. Okay, so the hole's facing out that way. There's that one. And we have this one here. That's just gonna press right there. And this one here. Okay. Also have these, this number 12 here, or number 8. And clearly these screws, this is going to go onto the top of number right here. That's going to go on top, and we have these screws. So definitely the shorter ones are what are going to screw into the bottom of number 8 here. So I'm going to put this, actually, probably be easier if I put this face down. And then I just want to make sure that my this groove here, this groove, I want it towards the back of the device here. So this is going to go towards the back, and there's a back groove here and the back here. Okay. Now I just put my screws through here, and I want to get them all in a little bit before I tighten it down. Okay. So make sure you at least have those screws in most of the way. That's going to square it up on your wood there, and then we just tighten it up the rest of the way. And it doesn't have to be super tight, but nice and snug. I'm going to take this opportunity to tighten down the metal screws that I have. And once again, just kind of make them pretty snug, just so they're not loose enough they're going to come out or anything. Don't have to be too gentle since it is metal. And tighten the rest of these down all the way. There we go. Got my side screws here. Tighten these down. One more turn on that one. And over to this side. I'm hoping. There we go. Okay, that is now solid. And we have a couple other pieces here. Okay, so this one's got some screws in it, some screw holes. And so it's going to be the same length as this. Okay. And then we have this one as probably, we have some holes here, so we're going to add these to them. And these are our last 4. Press those in there. One more there. And these are pretty handy. Okay. I think this is coming together in my mind here. I'm going to go ahead and put some wooden pegs, put these wooden dowels in there. That's where they go. And then also here and here, I have some wooden dowels to go into there, I believe. And then we have 4 holes there. So I'm going to take these screws here, and these are going to go up underneath into our side panels here. Okay, so there's a little bit of sawdust there. So this has screw holes there. All right, and then it has screws there. So number 3, make sure our line is towards the back. You'll set this on here, just like this. Okay, and then we have this screw that comes up from the bottom. But actually, I'm going to tilt this backwards to make it easier. It's gonna definitely be a lot easier here if I go like this. And that way I'm not going against myself here. So once again, I want the lines to match up on the back. And I have the wood dowel here. And that's going to go right onto that. And then we have these screws in the bottom that are just going to go up into the bottom, into the pre-drilled holes there. Hoping that this doesn't interfere. So I might have to not have put the base on first, but that's okay. I think we're going to be all right. I'm just going to kind of screw this on there. And it doesn't look like it's going to interfere, but it would have been easier if I took the base off first, but that's okay. Usually have like specific steps you want to use. It's just a little bit tougher of an angle if I'm screwing this in over here instead of if I just had the board on top. But still doable, no problem. Okay, And as with the other one, I'm not going to get it in all the way yet. I'm just going to get it most of the way in. And that way I can get my other one here real quick. And then screw in this other screw. Hey, boogie. All right, we're almost done. A couple more turns and we got this one in. I think now I can tighten this up the rest of the way. All right. Let the cat out real quick here. I went ahead and removed the base real quick, just so it'd be easier to get the screws in. Okay, so that was number 3 on the right side. And then I'm going to take number 2. Okay. And I'm going to have the lines line up here on the bottom. Get my, that's going to go right on the wooden dowel. And it's going to be quite a bit easier to screw this in without that, without that bracket on the bottom. So I recommend attaching the bracket last. So live and learn. We screw this in. Get it most of the way in. Go with the other one here. There we go. See, that's a lot faster than before. For sure. Just want to make sure that's lined up correctly. There we go. And once again, be careful not to over tighten. All right, so we have those set up. And then we have a number 4 here. And so number 4 is obviously going to go in the middle here. So I'm going to turn this around a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, so we have number 4, and it has the multiple lines in here. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to have to put some wooden dowels in there as well. So we'll see if I can get them in there without causing an issue. Oh, I might have to Yes, I might have to undo one of those. Unfortunately, just a little bit, so that's going to bend out in order to get that in between there. Okay, so this is where the instructions help a little bit, but not a total loss. I'm just going to unscrew these just a bit so I can bend that out enough to get my wooden dowel in there, and then I can put this in here. Okay, so remember these parts, the clamps are going to go towards the bottom of the drawer. So when you open it up, this will be the top up here. So top, you just want a nice flat surface. So I'm going to get my wooden dowel in over here on this side and press that on there. Hopefully. And come over to this side and get that one on. Okay, that wasn't too big of an inconvenience. And I don't think now I can just tighten this up here. Call that good. Just retighten up my screws. Wasn't an inconvenience really at all. Okay, now that that is on, we have a couple of these anchors here. And oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. I had a little bit of a mess up. I'm going to go ahead and put these in. Okay, so should have put all these in when I had the chance, and then that wouldn't have allowed me to mess up. Obviously, where I have the wooden dowels, I'm going to have to put these lock anchors in there. So these you want to just tighten down so the collar is flush on the wood there. And if your wood starts making a splitting noise, you don't want to over tighten those. So just kind of firmly, but make sure you just kind of get a feel for it. You can kind of feel if it's going to start tearing. So you don't want that. You just want kind of nice and firm there. Okay, so one more time. I'm just going to loosen these up a little bit. And this, I'm only backing out maybe about a ½ inch, if that, 1/3 of an inch, just enough so I can get those out. Get that drawer out real quick as it just bends outwards. Okay, so the instructions would have been a little bit helpful there. But once again, not a major deal. We'll just remove this and we'll get our anchors in the sides here. So on either side of the wooden dowel, we have these little pre-drilled holes. And I should have seen that earlier, because normally I like to just get all these in real quick and get all the other anchors just pushed into the wood. And that way, once you get to go to assemble it, you're just all ready to go. Some instructions to kind of tell you just go step by step. Oh, now you put a little bit of these in. Now you don't, or whatever. All right, we got one here also. I like to just start out slow, make sure it's going in straight, because these are easy to get off a little bit. But they're fairly strong. But just remember you're working with the press board here, not, it's a little bit softer. Okay. That's in. Now, once again, I could take this, but before I put it in there, I have to get one of these in there. It's got to fit into the cracks. So let's do that. This has to go there, and this has a soft side, and then like, well, I guess it's both about the same. So I'm just gonna feed that in. Interesting. All right, so it is open a little bit, obviously. So we're just gonna feed that in, walk it down to the back there. And that's gonna go in pretty much like that. Make sure it's locked in. And all right, could be a little difficult. Might have to take that off, but we'll see if I can't just perhaps get this on my dowels first and just make sure everything's lined up. Okay, including, I'm just gonna line up my drawer here. So that's gonna go on there. And I just wanna make sure that's in the line. And everything is lined up. And that's inside the crack. Perfect. Okay, so I still didn't have to take that off. Just loosened it up a little bit. And now I can tighten this back down for the final time. All right, looking good, my friends. Now that that's like that, now I can go ahead and tighten up these inside anchors. And usually these turn about almost 90 degrees to tighten these. And it says plus and minus, righty-tighty. It's just going to hold it in place nicely. Okay. So we have that done. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to put these handles on okay without any problem. I think I'll be able to. Okay, so this should go in there like that. And I'm just looking, am I going to be able to tighten these on there okay? And this one's bent a little bit. I have to straighten that out. Okay. All right, I think I can get these on. So our next one is going to be the top of our board here. And this bar is going to go here. It's the only place it can go. And that's going to screw down right into here. I guess this is just for extra support on top there, just to make it a little bit stronger. Once again, I'm just going to hand tighten these in, and then I can tighten it the rest of the way with my Allen key. can find it. Here we go. So that's number 12. Just tightens down on here. No problem. Okay. And next we have this, which we're just gonna, just like the other one, just slide it down in here. Might have to push it out just a hair. That's gonna slide right down into there. Get it all lined up. Okay. Doesn't want to go. So we'll just come in from the top and just kind of line it up with our hands. Make sure it's in the crack correctly. Doesn't want to go in the crack. We'll make it go in the crack. There we go. So that's like that. Nicely done. So it's a nice little fit there. And then finally, this is going to go right on top. Oops. Go ahead and put your wooden dowels right here in the middle. Now this one, just going to go ahead and get two of our drop-ins level on one side and the other one. And then that's also going to have to match up with the crack in the back. Got to make sure that that is lined up as well. So that's going to be probably the most difficult part. Just push in from this side. There we go. And there we go. No problem there. Just kind of go on the back side and push it a little bit. Okay, and then we're just going to rotate these about 90 degrees. And that's going to lock our top down nicely. There we go. Okay, we are cruising. Next, we just need to put those drawers on there. So I'm trying to figure out what would be the easiest way. I like it's got these little air pistons in there. It's kind of cool. Okay, so maybe if I have these like that and then put them on there, probably be the easiest way for me. All. Hey friends, so here we go. Got it all set up here. And I like that the cabinet doors are slam-proof ones. Kids sometimes are slamming doors or whatever. So these are pretty much impossible to slam close. I like those hinges, very nice, high quality hinges. They got the little pneumatic piston in there and everything. So you can put books in here. You can use it for shoes, blankets, towels, chest, just toys, all kinds of different uses for this. And just a nice little cabinet. And like I said, the drawers, the hinges are super adjustable. So if you needed to If this was off a little bit, you could just change it just with a few, with a Phillips head screwdriver, just loosen those up, and then it's just pretty much fully customizable. So the hinges on here are super nice. They're like high quality. Other than that, it's like a durable, it's not, it's a strong little cabinet here. So I appreciate you guys watching this unboxing and assembly video. Hope you guys have a wonderful day out there, and I'll see y'all next time.